Hey! Ciao nice people! Whoa! Yo! Surprise, we are not playing games from the RPG Maker Game Jam. Well, I kinda announced it, so I don't think it's a surprise. Still, surprise motherfuckers! I don't know what got me, I'm sorry. Okay, so here we are finally back on developing on our project of the good, our adorable Rhea. So, what is the plan for today? I really wanted to add a fighting minigame. It's not really out of the blue, well, kinda is, but it's a way to replace the final battle of the game. Because I feel like it can be improved. It's already crazy as it is, but I think it can get crazier. And in the meantime, also fix some problems that I don't think problems, but I don't know, to be more manageable and to solve some other problems I would have otherwise. Also because the final battle may not work as it was intended at the start now, because now the game can allow full screen. Actually, it's incentivized. So the final battle cannot be anymore the thing bouncing around all the time. Okay, this is our debug room. Each one of those does something unspeakable of, so I will not I will not show anything, but it's really unspeakable. I was experimenting with this one. Actually, I can show you this one. It's a color reverse, but messes up the camera. Weird. It messes up the camera only on the windowed mode. That's, I don't even think it was possible, but here we are. Okay, so what are we planning to do today? I want to define this battle system. Well, not only define, just do it, probably. Let's see if we can have a new section. Okay. Battle minigame. And we make it big enough so it won't have looping problems. I don't even think there are, but here. So, it's simple. It works with pictures. Just pictures. So for that we have to work with our custom plugin, or we are going to make a custom plugin for that, because I discovered it's way too convenient. Okay, so we will hit a section. Why? Yeah, I was confused in the comments. Where did you comment with a hashtag? I forgot. Maybe C sharp? No, wait. I don't remember. Okay. So, first of all, for the battle minigame, without even starting, we need a function to draw pictures. We need one specifically for the battle system, because it won't be as simple as placing pictures in the canvas. Because later I may want to have a zoom in, a zoom out, and more stuff. That's why we need a master to decide where pictures are, just in case just in case to avoid the case by case. Like, I place the character on those coordinates, except if there's a zoom out, then I place it here. No, it will be the master for drawing pictures. So it will draw it regardless of where they are. So, battle. We should have an here. Draw pictures for battle. Okay, and it will have. Let's see. We need the X, Y. We need a lot of information actually. We'll see later. We should place them in the order of the picture function. Let's see. We bring up our holy grail of scripting here. And we should have come on, Pikachu, picture Okay, it's this one. Show picture. We need actually two variants for this because one is for moving a picture, the other is for drawing it. So this is to show a picture. Meanwhile, this is to move a picture. We need both of them. Okay, what do you want from name? Deprecated. Your face is deprecated, okay. So we need first the type. So is move here. Then ID. Oh wait. In the move you don't have the name, so I suppose we need to use the duration instead. Yeah, maybe we should avoid problems. Let's just make name and should be empty if it's a movement. Or you know what? The name will be the discriminator, because if there is a name for the picture, then yeah, I need to show it. The movement doesn't need a name. So if the name is, let's say, true, or we can say, we can go, I will say 1. That means we are gonna move the picture like this. If name is exactly 1, that means we are moving the picture because they don't need a name. Otherwise, we have, instead of 1, we have a name, and we know that we need to show a picture with that name. Okay, we need to comment it. Not a name, then it's the movement. Okay, the origin, even if should be all the same, we'll see later. X, Y, scale X, scale Y, opacity, blend mode, duration. Do we really need a blend mode? Maybe? Let's just exclude it for now, you know. Okay. We don't need it. Also, a duration might not be required if you... maybe we can use it for the duration. Like if duration is equal to, or is equal to 0, that means it's the default 1, and so we don't wait, no, I think it should be -1, because we can try to show a picture instantly. I don't know. So if it's the first time you show the picture, it will default to -1. So we know if we are gonna draw a picture or move it. Okay. I hope it was decently clear. With this beforehand, we can start. So it's simple. We need to show some pictures. As a placeholder, I don't remember. I never remember. The higher number is priority, right? So this will be the temporary background. Then we have the fuzzy button, which is a little big. Maybe we need to resize it a little. A lot, actually. Okay, 40% is nice. Oh, look at it. The window is too big. Okay. The window is too big. I cannot even see the buttons. Okay. Nice. I want the origin at the center though, because in this way it's better to organize everything. Will be picture number 5. And I don't actually have a picture for enemies, but we can definitely manage. Like, where is the fish? Why are there traps in my Invalidate game? Okay, remember, it's... I wonder if we can use a VTuber as an enemy. Which should we use? For now, nothing, okay. Maybe later. We have, though, the enemies. Right, here it is. I was looking... We can have the Super Slime here. I think the Super Slime could be the best choice. Here. It's not really centered, but will work for us, for now. Super Slime. Okay. Default sides will do. Oh, I'm a little bigger. Just for now. Yeah, perfect. Here it is. On the sides, on the... Okay, let's see now what happens. If it works. Oh, come on, you really need a tile set. For nothing. Here. Okay, yeah. Probably should be on the first one, the background. I forgot even how it works. And let's disable menu, just in case. Well, it will always be disabled, but just in case. Oh, it's perfect! Here it is! Isn't it lovely? That will be our battle system. Fazze will smack the shit out of the slime. Full screen. Yeah, I need to redraw. I should keep the lines coherent. I should make them bolder for the enemies. I will keep it in mind. Okay, what do we want it to do? Well, it's simple. The bus... Why is there a star? I don't need a star. Ooh. The battle system will be simple. There will be two actions. First, enemy will attack us, and we need to press a direction based on what the game says. Later, the enemy will charge an attack, and we need to build a gate, which is like exactly what you do in the game. Also, it's most a replacement. You hold the Alt button and you press the button the game tells you so. To. For now we work on the enemy attacking. We'll consider health later. Okay, so it won't be turn-based, we won't really do any action. It's more a minigame than a battle system. So we don't need to program turns. Not even stats, because the enemy will do a fixed amount of damage based on the enemy. And we as well. So, after a while the enemy approaches, and we need to press buttons. More than one. Like the enemy approaches, press left, then down, then right. And there is some sort of time limit. I actually want that if you do it quickly, you can even damage it. I want some sort of reward system if you are very fast, but without punishing who is slow. So if you are fast, you can damage it before it can start to attack, otherwise you just parry. How to manage it? Most of all, I should probably sync it with the game clock, right? Because unfortunately the plugin isn't really synced with the game. If you alt tab, the plugin will continue working for whatever reason. Or at least will continue the countdowns. So, first we want the enemy approaching, and while it's approaching we need a wait also. Cannot really it's like the most problematic thing I'm struggling with in coding is having to match RPG Maker timing with the with the code. I think I merged something on the respawn banter code. Here it is. The request animation frame, right? How did it work? I forgot how it worked. I suppose this gets called every frame. Just using request animation frame. So the important part in what I want to do is to structure it in a way that can be, like if you resize the screen, I can at any moment change, or if I need, I can at any time change the button screen resolution. Even if something is moving, which will be a little complicated. Oh, hello Regeta, welcome to the stream. How it's going? We are developing more. We are just starting here with the battle system, but we have nothing for now. Not even battle system, it's more like a mini game. A battle mini game. Though it has some specific requirements I need to put on the displaying of those. So we might take a little longer road on displaying pictures. But just that. Cool, thanks. So for now we can leave the pictures aside and just work on the game itself. Though I was also worried on the movement frames. Because I want at any time the game to like change resolution. For example, if the slime is moving towards the player to attack him, midway, if I want the screen to shrink in size, not like this, but like in game, there's a zoom out, the picture position is messed up. But I want to control the slime from the moment it shrunk down. Even if in RPG Maker you can just give a command. Oh, you can just give a command and move a picture. Like I can move a picture from here to here, for example. And I cannot control what happens in the middle. I kinda want to do that, which can also solve our issue with timing. By using request animation frame. This will work on the next frame of the game. Which is unfortunately necessary to calculate here in the programming. So we want the enemy to approach the hero, the protagonist, yeah. I was wondering if we can really, if we really have to rely on that without using the movement here. So if we can use a different picture maybe. Okay. Too big. If, for example, this one is planned to move from here to here, but midway the game zooms out, the picture coordinates are messed up. It will be regulated, but then the picture needs to resume the movement, since it got interrupted by the zoom out. And I think it's counterproductive to just memorize the movement itinerary of any picture to resume it later. So maybe it's better to just set one up here in the code. Okay, with some reasoning I found the solution. Or the direction to take. So, we have another function which is move picture for battle, which means we don't need this section anymore. We don't need this one entirely. We can remove it. And so we don't need a duration for the movement. What am I missing? Function? Ah, yeah, this one is open. Okay, move picture for battle. Now we just need the picture ID. We don't need the name, origin. We need the destination X, destination Y. We don't even need the scale. The opacity, no, for now, and the time. That's all we need. So first we need to get all those information of the position of the picture. We should probably store it somewhere. I think we can even read it. Let's see. Here. Okay, this is a way to get information of the coordinates. Right. This is like the size of the picture itself. Is it necessary? I'm worried this can become a little more complex than I thought. Well, that's how the programming streams go, after all, right? Okay, this is what I needed. The X and Y of the pictures. Easy. So, original X is this one. Original Y is this other one. Based on the picture ID. Okay, so we have the original X, original Y, and the destination X, destination Y. So we know how far it will move in each direction. Oh, hello, Raim Harbert. Oh, welcome. It's rare to see text editor when watching someone do RPG Maker. Well, usually always program here with the code. Though, with the last game I made, I discovered it, which is way easier to program on the text editor. Because in this way, when there's a bug, the game tells you, oh, there's a mistake on line 74. And yeah, that's a god bless, because RPG Maker doesn't tell you that. Of course, you can assume at which line it breaks if it's a scene, but if it's a battle system or a mini game, it's borderline madness to find the error. This won't be too complex compared to the other one, but I still think it needs some complexity. Even more for the requirement of being able to change sides at any moment. Which we will try, because looks cool. Yeah, I think we first need to program how to move a picture to one side to another, by still memorizing every value. So if we want to move the picture from here to here, we need to have a multiplication with time. So we need to calculate the distance. Distance X and distance Y, which is pretty simple, is destination minus starting point. RPG Maker do tell you in a long roundabout way. Sometimes, very often, see, yeah, but when I think when I code in a event and there's an error in the script I see here, it doesn't really tell me which script is this way. Or maybe it does, maybe deep down, I'm not even sure. I don't think it does though. That's why I'm using plugin, which is still way more ordinated. Okay, yeah, doesn't tell where here, but maybe here. Well, yeah, first line. Says first line, but of what? Of what? Maybe there is a way, but I don't see it here. Because I don't know from which event it starts. Is it? I think it's more practical here in any case. Okay, so we also have the let. Oh, you know what? We should fuse destination x and y in one single variable. For reasons we will see later. Do we? Yeah, I think we should definitely fuse them. Okay. I think it's better. We fuse them in a single array. So in this case now is, instead of original, the start x and start y is starting pose, which will be a variable saving two values. Okay, so this will be original x. Oh, you know what? For being more readable, we can just do this. Perfect. And so in this case we have distance as a single variable, which contain both directions. So now to refer to the x, we just use the first value, and for the y the second value. Let's see. It will be a little more convoluted to write, but I think for the long run, is necessary, because we are doing some tricks later with the camera. And so this needs to be a little malleable. For example, instead of 0 I could have a parameter that switches 0 and 1 if I want, for whatever reason, to move and rotate the battle system by 90 degrees, which is something I'm kinda planning to do. Okay, so distance for x and y here. And now we have the time to move. Oh, how to call it? Yeah, distance each frame. This is simple. So for the we need to know, since it's moving a certain amount, let's say 200 pixels in x time, we need to know how much pixel to move the picture each frame. For example, if it's in 10 frames, we need to move 200 frames, 20 frames 20 pixels a frame. So it's simple. It's distance divided by time. This for both x and y. Is it the direct calculation? Distance? Yeah, I think it is. Same for y. Okay, this is pretty straightforward for now. Now, how do we use this? Well, we want... Actually, yeah, we may want to move a picture. Let's see. I think that redrawing the picture from scratch is the same as moving it in one frame, right? So let's see. Since this is the distance covered each frame, we need to move the picture in the next coordinates. Coordinates of the pic on the next frame, which again has two values, x and y, and we simply add the current position to the distance frame. Is it? Okay, we have two ways to take it, right? First is we need to store the current position, which we kinda can get here. So I think this is a better solution. The other one would be to memorize at each frame we are at. For example, if we move at 30 frames, if we know we are at the 12th frame, we can just multiply this one by 12, for example. Hmm. I think it's better though to just count the frames, because there's the risk of overshooting. Like maybe there's a bug where, because we need to know when to stop. And if we don't count, we risk to not being able to stop. The other way would be to see if they reach exactly destination, but there's always the chance of a bug of being a pixel too over and never stopping. So we just count the pixels. We count the frames. That means move picture for battle. Let's see. I was wondering now if we need to make a new function just to move the picture. This one would be to set up. Destination time. Yeah, we could use this one actually. We can use this one maybe. Current frame, which is 0 by default. Or 1, we'll see. I think it should be 1. Okay. Maybe we should make a new one because this one might this one gets called. Oh no, I think it can start at 0, and at 0 it doesn't do anything. Okay. So by calculating next coordinate, it's easy then. We need to get the starting position, original x. Wait, this one gets overridden though. So never mind. Never mind. Those, unless we save those on an external variable, those one gets updated every frame and gets a problem. So we are just making a new function. Are you turning the scary guy with hammer you drew the other day into a proper game? Yeah, well, it is actually already a proper game, but now I'm working to put it to Steam. Also, he's not the scary guy. She is the scary character. Look at her with that smile. Fatsa is just the protagonist. Again, this is already a game, but I want to upgrade this one a lot for Steam. And with a lot, I mean a lot. I'm not just the type to do just a bunch of changes and put something on Steam. No. This game is a big upgrade from what I already did. Those eyes directed to my soul. Then, nice, it's working. You know what? I also have in front of me. Wait, I think I can show it. I'm activating my webcam. Jump scare alert. I was serious. I was serious. We have the Rhea even here in real form. Okay. I think we got our daily Rhea a little too much. She is indeed real. And we are just programming a battle minigame, which won't really be the core of the game, but it's just an extra addition, which will have some extra functionality for extra fun for the player. And with fun I mean pranking the player. So yeah, we are gonna do another function, which is, this will be called setup move picture for battle. Here is x. No wait, we call it elaborate move picture for battle. Okay, and what do we need? The starting point. Starting pose. We don't need the current frame here. We need it later. We need the distance each frame. The time and current frame. The time is just to know where to stop. I don't think we need anything else, right? Starting position and distance each frame. Okay. We calculate the next coordinates inside this function. Next coordinates are the distance each frame multiplied by the current frame. This both for x and y. Okay. And what do we do with those next coordinates? We apply them. We draw the picture. Oh wait, we need the ID. I forgot about the picture ID. Okay, we also sent this information then. Okay. So, picture ID. Do we need to change the name? Maybe we should have the function. We should have. Yeah, sure. We will now make it. I realize if we call this every time, maybe it's a little extreme because we draw a picture each frame and can get very heavy on the system. I don't know, I don't really want to try. So instead of drawing the picture every frame, we just move it in one frame. Don't mind the -1, it's to differentiate from the movement and just a drawing. So here we have ID, we don't need a name. The origin is 1, right? I want the center. The coordinates where to move it, so next coordinates at 0. Next coordinates 1. Then it's scale, we don't know. I honestly don't know. That means we will define here a variable to memorize the scale of everything. So or data of pictures for battle. For now it's empty. But when you draw a picture, we will set information here. So to draw the next picture, we will insert the scale for all of them. And what is the scale? It will be this. Scale is equal to data of picture for battle. We will get the information of the scale from the actual picture. When we place a picture, we will store all the information here. Like scale, image name even. The scale, I don't know on which to save it, let's see. Let's say 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, okay. And so we can send the scale as a parameter here. The opacity is not required, let's say 255. I don't even think it's needed, so I will just omit it. Later we can add it if needed maybe, but 255, okay. You know what? We are gonna keep it just in case. And time, it moves in one frame. Okay. So now if the time is 1, it means we are gonna move it. So just to differentiate, I want to call this one either if I want to draw a picture for the first time or if I want to move a picture I already have. To know which of those two cases I will do, I need to see if the time is -1 or not. So if time is -1, that means we are just drawing the picture for the first time. Otherwise, we don't. We move it. I like to move it. Okay, here. We told the same information, right? Origin, X, Y, yeah, we have everything. Blend mode is not defined, but should be 0, right? We can have it here. Okay. And time. I hope I have... Oh, okay. Here we need to change the name here. Name, origin. Everything else is fine. Okay. And here I'm giving every information. Okay. Now it works. The only thing that isn't really enough now is this one doesn't loop. So when we set up the picture to move, we need first to set up everything and then to start moving it in a function. Oh, hello, Nestor Gamer. You need to set the blend mode as a constant or use let. Oh, thanks, I forgot. Thanks. I recently realized how let is super important. I never used it before. Yeah, definitely. Or give unique names or just use let. It's better. So we want to define everything and then make it loop in this. Not in a recursive fashion, but more like a... What is it? How was it called? Frame update? Here, request animation frame. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So now we want at each frame to elaborate this function. Oh wait, how do I send parameters? Wait, I don't know how to send parameters. Those are kinda important. How did I do here? Request animation frame. I never did it right. How did I even manage to make it work? Wait. I'm very surprised I made it work. Okay, let's ask online. How do I send parameters in this stuff? Please, someone let me know. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, it's the name of the function. Never mind. Wait, though, there is a parameter here. I'm a little confused. Ah, wait, I can actually encapsulate in a function? No, that's not how it doesn't really work, right? Wait. Create a reference or wrap. Oh no, wrapping! I hate wrapping. Ah. Why is it? Why it cannot be a parameter of the thing I'm calling? Come on. Can I ask ChatGPT? ChatGPT would definitely explain this better. Simple guide, thanks, please help me. That doesn't look as simple. Okay, here. Oh wait, I can just do this? I can do it like this. Okay, sounds pretty easy. Request animation frame, function, and do the stuff. Thanks, I love you. So I can do, let's see. Let's copy everything just in case I'm missing something. Okay, here. Okay, request animation frame of all this stuff. And we give the parameters. Where we need picture ID. Here. Starting position. Distance each frame. The time. And current frame. Which is 0. Let's start with 1. Okay. And this will be called the next frame. To draw the picture 1 frame forward. Now, after we draw the picture 1 frame forward, we call the same function itself the next frame. Unless, of course, we reached the max. So, if time or current frame is less than time, we continue, otherwise it stops. And it calls with the same parameters, right? Yeah, starting position is not even used, huh? Huh? Yeah, I don't need it actually. Let's remove it. Okay. The rest will all be used, okay. And it draws the picture on the next frame. I hope it works. It's not over though, because we first need to have a picture to move. We are missing a function, but should be pretty straightforward, right? Oop, setup, draw picture. And yeah, it's kind of something like... can't we like include it on this actually? Because this already draws a picture. Yeah, I think we can. Let's keep it empty for now. So here, if the picture, if the time is -1, means we're placing the pic for the first time. That means we are gonna save information like the scale. So, data of pictures for battle here will store the information we need. So first of all, will be saved on in the array on the value of the picture ID. So on the value 3 we save information about the picture number 3. And we have for now it's 0, 0, 0. The number 4 is the scale. For now we just save scale X. I don't think scale will be different, but otherwise where it's used here. You know what, we can have 2 parameters for it, sure, the X and Y. But we are just checking one. Okay. Well, since we are here, we can also store the other information like the name, origin, and X and Y. Okay. Maybe the opacity later, but now we don't need it. So the first time we draw a picture, we save all the information here. You know what? By default, we can have opacity by 255, so we can omit it. Okay, we have it. Now, let's see if we can work through code now, instead of drawing like this. Now we are drawing those pictures through the game. Why not use a timeout? Well, because the timeout, when the game is alt-tabbed, still goes. Also, timeout for the timeout for a single frame is I don't know, feels a little weird. The next frame, I think it's more accurate, since it works literally each frame. Because if a player has a computer that lags, we will see something a little weird on the animation. Oh, hello Jean, welcome! Good, keep growing, thanks! Thanks, I'll do my best. Now the game window grew. You see, now it's full screen size. No, literally, the game resolution now is 1920. It's literally full screen resolution. I hope it doesn't lag. RPG Maker is not the best one for it. Okay, now we need to test if this thing even works. So instead of this, we are calling this other one. We place first the background. Let's see. Coordinate 1, it's called battle, but you know what? We can even remove the battle folder. We can omit it, because we are going to include it here. Name becomes name plus battle. I think I need something else, like a slash before, right? Let's check. I already did something here. Aha, here. Okay, I don't need to place the slash before. That's nice. Okay, now I don't need to mention that the folder is battle. It goes by default. So battle background test. I should have chosen a shorter name, maybe. Battle background test. And all the other information like X, Y, fusion mode even. I want it centered at 1. So we might have problems later. Scale X, scale Y, and that's everything. Okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, yeah, it works. As you can see, it's not centered because the origin point is set to 1. Which it means this one, the origin is not upper left here, since it's at 0, 0, 0 upper left. Now I set it at center, 0, 0, which is wrong. Should be at the center here, which is, well, exactly half of the screen height. Why do I want it to 0? Because shenanigans for later. Because in this way I can rotate it without messing up the origin point. Because if I, for example, want to place the picture rotated, I need to elaborate where the origin is. Like if I rotate by 90 degrees, even 100 degrees, the origin is still on the upper left, but now it's in the bottom right since it's rotated. And it will mess up a lot of things, so let's just stick to the center. So here, instead of the coordinate X, I should get the half of the screen. Let's see. It's probably 960 and 5440. Okay. And we have it. Now we need to place everything else. We can copy the parameters here even. We can have it in a single call. So in the picture number 5 we have, let's say, Butler, centered out 448, 600, sides 40%. While for the tank sober slime, picture number 8, and around those parameters. A little big, okay. We have them, right? Fadzai is missing. Did I write it wrong? Fadzai battle. Butler. Ah, here it is. Okay, now we have them. They're refreshing every frame. We should probably stop it. And now we want to move the slime. So we wait 1 second and then we move the slime. How? With this function. Let's see if it moves. Set up move picture for butler. We need the picture ID, destination, and time. Destination is a array of two values. So let's see. The ID is 8, the slime. The destination is a array. We can move it where the other character is. So let's say 400 and keep the same Y. What was the last one? Time. Yeah. 1 second and a half. Let's see if it works, because I have my doubts. Oh, wait, what happened? Maybe the scale got messed up? It definitely moved, but maybe the scale got messed up. Let's see. I really suspect it's a scale thing. First. No, maybe those are the coordinates got messed up. I don't know. So let's see. We will see here the information. Console log, we have the distance each frame. But just to be sure, we also see everything else. The starting position and the distance. Let's see now. Aha, here we are. So this is right. This is right. And this is right. Wait. This is wrong. Let's see what those were. So first one. It's the starting position, which is right. Then it's the distance to cover, which is right. It's moving only horizontally. Then the distance each frame. Why does it need to move vertically this much? It's wrong. Let's see. Ah, I subtracted here. My bad. Okay, maybe now should be... I'm not really confident it works now, but let's see. Oh, same, but at least we fixed the problem. Let's see. Still the same? Did I even save? Oh, I didn't. This is the programming stream. Oh, okay, you see, the movement is right, but it teleported there. So maybe it teleported to 0, 0 for whatever reason. Yeah, maybe we need to sum the starting position. I think we are missing the starting position. Oh yeah, that was why I was using the starting position as a parameter, because it's necessary at some point. Oh, it's necessary right here. Okay, so we do the picture on the next coordinates, though this time we need to add the starting position in the count based on each parameter, x and y. I hope the priority goes on this because it's a multiplication. Let's see. It just died. What happened? Starting position. Ah, here I got the wrong starting position for y. Maybe that's why. Okay, yeah, it moves. Unfortunately, it's a little too stiff, but honestly, I don't care. We can definitely improve it later in the code to make, instead of a line movement, we can have it like acceleration, but honestly, I don't care for now. For now, it just needs to work. Okay. But we have it, it's working. You see, the image is approaching. And now, the trick. I want at any moment to change the screen or the game zoom. That would mean the pictures will completely change the coordinates. And so the movement will be messed up if I use the normal coordinates. But we don't, and maybe it will work. Beautiful, thanks, I know, but we are just starting. I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. I wonder if you know what? Maybe I should focus later on tricks, and now I should focus on making it work. So, when the character approaches, we should have though the battle loop inside the event anyway. When the enemy approaches, we will have our wait here. 90 frames. Oh. Here. And after those, we are gonna start the enemy pattern dodging bonanza. That's a little fancy name, I know, but... So, what does it mean? Now the enemy in the battle system will attack. It's simple, an arrow appears and you need to press that button. If you don't, you take damage. If you are very fast, you do damage, otherwise you parry. I don't know, I still don't know how to manage that thing, but... Maybe there should be a second... I think I can manage it later. For now, we want a simple function that... here we have movement. We can definitely leave the pictures down. Okay. So the function is set up arrow to press for battle. Do we need parameters? I think the parameter we need is the difficulty or the current diff. In case later I want to add like extra features like inverse commands, something like that, something evil. For now, it can be empty. Okay, it's simple. It takes a random arrow and you need to press it. So, we get that the direction is mat random. We get the floor. Get on the floor! And then it's between... we can make 0 and 3. So mat random times 4. Now goes between 0 and 3. Oh, hello Danix, how it's going? We are making... Are you developing? Are you developing? I'm gonna check. I don't see any Danix playing RPG Maker here. Danix, there's even Alicia developing. Why are you not developing? Good job, Lolo. Battle. We are doing the battle, yeah, here. We just programmed the code to move pictures. Even if it's by default, I actually wanted it to do manually because I want to do some shenanigans on the movement function. And back at home, I'm only hearing excuses. Now it chooses a random direction. We already have an arrow picture, even if I want to have it... those are. I want to have them redone, because those are pretty default. You can call them direction. Let's see. Direction 2, based on the number pad. Direction... this is 2, never mind. So this is the... Oh, come on. Direction 6. Direction 8. Direction 4. Direction 2. Again, based on the numpad. It's easy to make battle system with picture event. I'm not really doing a battle system though, it's more like a battle minigame. Where you press buttons to dodge and do damage. Something really basic but can be expanded a little or made a little crazier. I call them like this because now I can simply refer to them as direction 2, 4, 6 or 8, based on the number. I can even do something like this, I think it's even easier. We just have direction 2 and so on. So now it's simple, direction 8, direction 6, and direction 4. Now, if the random is 1, it will call direction 4, left. If the random is 0, it will call down, and so on. Now we just need to draw the picture. So, draw picture for battle, and we have all the parameters we knew. We draw it on, let's see, on the upper display, like 51. Then we have starting position, distance each frame, no wait. The name, origin, x1, scale, opacity. We don't need opacity, so name, origin, x scale. The name is this one we saw, pix name, based on the random. Then the origin, which is 1, starts from the center. And then all the stuff, coordinates. I don't know where to place them, but for now we're gonna define a generic place for them, like const for minigame chords, and we have x and y. We can change those later if we need. So here, coordinate x, coordinate y. And the scale is, for now it's 100, later we will see. Okay, now this works, right? After the me approaches, I will make it draw an arrow at random. It is a wrong spot, but it works. God of War quick time event? Almost? Yeah, I would say yeah, because you need to press an arrow, then another one, and so on. The battle system has two parts. The arrows to answer, and the enemy charging a move, so you need to build a gate. Because, why? Of course, why not? Now, of course, you notice that you don't really take damage, or you're not even able to answer. That means we need to have a listener, a way to let the player press an arrow. For that, though, we will work in engine. But it's simple. Where is it? Here. We should have a section for the button. No, it's fine. Maybe. Never mind. No, we can do it here. Battle system. Input listener. And it's simple. Every time it's called, it checks if you pressed any button. So if the player pressed down, otherwise the player pressed left, right, and up. This will answer if the player presses any of the buttons, and of course we punish him if he presses the wrong one. This one gets called every frame, so it's technically in a loop. Here, where I wait one frame to avoid crashing. Now, we also will have a right answer, of course, because we need to store which picture we draw. So we need to save in a variable. This variable will be, let's see. I needed to make more order here maybe, but okay. button, make button. Okay. So the variable is 111 easy. We need to store the random on it. So, how was it? Game variables, set value 111. We set it as the random direction. So in this case, this should not start at 0 though, because 0 is the default version. We can make it negative though. Like when we start it's negative. I don't like it. We can just have our formula, right? Random direction plus 1 times 2. This formula just converts the number to this number. If you press down, it's 0, but becomes 2. If you press right, it's 2, which becomes 3, 6, which is the number for the right. I just use the convention to name the direction based on the number of the numpad, which is also used in the engine, so I think it's perfect. So when you press a button, regardless of it's right or not, because we still don't know if it's right or not, we store it on a variable. The same numbers here. And so if this number is not 0, that means, well, we press the button and the loop is over. Now we check if the button is right. So if the button is equal to the right button, the button pressed is equal to the right button, then yeah, we are safe. Otherwise we take damage. Yeah, okay. And we break out of the loop anyway. Okay, otherwise we wait 1 frame. Let us lose condition if enough time passes, but for now let's see with infinite time how it works. I press right. Yeah, I may have forgotten a step. We need to call the event here. Okay, and this should be a autorun, since it's the main event that's running. Wait, I noticed now a problem. If I hold down the button to speed up the game, it doesn't fully count. It makes the picture appear earlier. I will see what I can do for that. I press down. And what do you mean it's wrong? What do you mean it's wrong? I literally pressed down, I swear. Okay, what's wrong? I should have checked the variables. Let's see, down is the number 2. Button pressed is not 0. If button pressed is equal, then we are not dead. Easy. Let's see. I press down, dead. Let's see. It's 0. Why? In variable set value. What's wrong with you, game? 111. Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? I called this one. Yeah, I called it. I don't know. Let's just show it on screen at this point. I'm a little confused. It's 2? I pressed... Wait, so now... No, it's 2. Ah, why now it's working? Also, it's always down, is it? Why is it always down also? Does the random not work? I'm a little confused. Just a little. Maybe the... I don't know. Ah, there's a comma here. I don't think it's a problem. What's wrong here? It's like the random deal is always 0. But shouldn't. Let's see. It's 0. Is it always 0? Does the random not work? Do. So it's 6. Okay, okay, never mind. The random just got unlucky. And now it's right. But it's only right because I feel like it stops. Maybe we need a... I don't know why sometimes it's wrong. It's 0. Wait, 0 though is... What? How much is it now? 2. And now it's down. Yeah, now it's working. I don't get why it didn't before. I think it works, okay. Weird though, before it was... Did I mess up? If I press up, it's wrong, okay. Another thing we may want is... we can chain those. And make the player press more buttons. Which will be relatively easy, right? Oh no, because we need to reset the value. Yeah, I forgot. The button pressed needs to be reset at the end. Otherwise, it will always count for every single future press. Down. Okay, it's over. I should probably replace it with sounds. Where is it? Confirm, right? I swear there is chime. Yeah, okay. And from the wrong we have the... this one. With a shake even. Why not? A short one. Okay. For now then it should work. Indefinitely even, if we want. Wait, why did it shake? Oh, I get the problem. There is no weight between them. I pressed them all in the same frame. No, wait though, doesn't make sense because only if I trigger the button in that frame. I should just put a weight at the end, 10 frames. Yeah, I don't like that it doesn't update the picture. If it's the same picture, it may be confusing. So it should make some sort of animation. Also, it should delete when you do it. I think it's relatively simple though, because I can just make an animation out of it. Like, let's see. I want something like this. Wait, elaborate movement for picture, this one. And now we definitely want to add other parameters here. Scale, which is let's set it to 0 or false. In this case, because in this way we can have if scale is false, then we default to the scale we had before. That means though we need also to store the starting scale. I know the picture to zoom out and slightly fade as an animation, because I think it looks cool. Yeah, we are gonna do the details right away. I don't care. That means though we will need the starting scale. So in any case, we don't need the scale, we need the final scale, which by default it's false because we don't need one. So by default we always define the starting scale, and if final scale is false, the final scale will be equal to scale. Otherwise, the final scale is the one defined here. Also, the final scale has 2 parameters, but I think I just need one, right? Yeah, I just need one. Okay. So in this case, we need also to calculate the final scale. Oh wait, I messed up, right? First I need to set it up. So this should go here. That means we need to get all the scale calculation before. Okay, let's do them here. We don't need those anymore. And here we have the information. Let's scale, and now we need as the others, scale each frame, which will be as before. Let's see. The final scale minus scale divided by time. And we need to send this as a parameter as well. Before the time, maybe. Okay. For each of those. And even here, right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to press you. Okay, now we need also to elaborate each frame, right? Yeah, on X coordinates, and we should also have next scale, which is scale plus the scale each frame multiplied by the current frame. Okay, and this will be used here. Okay, I hope it works. I'm not super confident. Let's see. Now if I call elaborate move picture for battle, and I call it here after I do a successful movement, This is number 51. Now I need to define the destination, but I don't really want to define it. So I should define a default. Or we can have a false even. Time by default is I think I should move time before, it's more important. Okay, time by default is 60 frames. So I can just define the picture and the time. We can say, yeah, 60 frames. And the rest will be default. That means though we change the parameter order, we need to switch those even here. Which at least is simple. We can make it even faster here, okay. Now, if there is no destination defined, we need to use the default one. So, if destination is false, the distance, can we define them here? I think I can define them in a if function. The destination is just the starting position. At least coordinates wise. Size wise will be different. Else we do the stuff we did before. Okay. Yeah, definitely need to define it before. Let distance. Okay, so if I don't define the destination, it doesn't move. Let's see now if it works. Come here, faster, and left. Okay. Let's see the problem now. I think I do, because destination here... Wait. Destination is... if it's false, it gives a problem. But it shouldn't be. Destination is false, right? Let's see. Destination is the third parameter and it should be false. And I only used it here. I don't know. Let's see again which line. Even if I think it's that one. Two, 3, 8. Huh? Here? Oh yeah, because I'm passing a parameter, empty parameter, a parameter with false. So we should update the value anyway. So the distance. So I'm getting the wrong value for the. Never mind. I should override this value. The distance will be elaborated later, right? We don't even need the else actually, because this will be 0, 0 if we don't move the pictures. Okay. Pam param. Let's see, Mr. Slime. Left. And what now? Same error. Property of undefined. 238 62. Distance. Did I mess up here? Distance. Maybe this one is messed up. I didn't divide by 0 though. I divided 0, which is legally allowed in every state of the world. distance each frame has distance, which is destination minus starting pose, which is 0 and 0. So destination is just 0, 0, right? Or we can do it here, wait. Before the bug. Distance each frame we print to see the mistake for with our own eyes. Down, crash, let's see. Oh, it printed it a lot. It's negative? Why? And becomes undefined at some point. Okay, no, never mind. This is when it moves the sprite. It's right. Though here it's undefined. Why? We need to see it before. Why is it undefined? It's literally defined here. Maybe distance is not defined? But I defined it here. Ah no, wait, distance. Yeah, destination, which becomes a value, and starting position, which is the starting position. I don't think it's more simple than this, right? Well, worst case, we just default to 0, 0. First time it's right, second is... Huh? Did it even print something? You know what, I think the simple solution would be... No, I think I still need to figure out what's the problem here. Because I don't like to just find solutions if something is... extra solution if something is not working. Because I want to know what mistake I did to avoid doing it in the future. So, left and nothing. 2 for 1. Why this one did not run? So this is the first movement of the slime. This one didn't run though. Didn't say me anything. I'm confused. It's like this one never ran. Alert. Distance. Maybe it's a little better. Maybe I didn't save. Could it be? Let's see. Minus 100 and now left. And still nothing. It's like this part never runs. But the problem is later. Yeah, it's like this one runs without being defined. Weird. Did I call the wrong function? Don't tell me I called the wrong function all this time. Those things only happen on stream, I see. Now it will work. I wanted to say the Waldorf. Oh well. I should make functions even more different, maybe. Up and... Oh, didn't do anything though. Oh yeah, because I didn't define anything, maybe. Yeah, because I need to define final scale. So, false and final scale will be, let's say, way bigger. 300. So the button should... I should remove the alert here. Okay. And you see it gets big. Okay. Gets bigger, but gets the wrong one bigger later. Which though, it's a confirmation it works, because you saw one getting bigger but the other changing but still getting bigger. So it's a confirmation this works. Though there's the problem of, yeah, we need to have different numbers for them. So maybe... we should alternate them. We should have 2 arrows, 2 pictures. Because when one arrow comes at a player, one should be below it. The button will be transparent. And when the one below also gets the zoom animation, the previous picture will go below. So we will use picture 51 and 52. We alternate them so we can have 2 pictures at the same time. If we want to animate the previous one getting pressed right. Yeah, I care about those details, okay? As long as I can manage to do this stuff, I will place it. The game needs to look cool, okay? So how do we manage 2 pictures? I think it's simple. Well, is it? I think we need to store a variable to remember var current arrow picture used. And we start with 51. So instead of using the 51 here, which we will use here actually, instead of 51 we use this one. So after we draw it, what do we do here? Yeah, before we draw it, we switch it. So, if current arrow picture used is 51, then current arrow picture it becomes 52. Otherwise, reverts back. If we want to be even more fancy, if the player is fast, we can have 3 of them, but for now 2 is enough. So now it switches between one and the other. And the clever part is we can use the variable even here. It should be global, right? Let's see. Yeah, and we have the other one below which doesn't appear. Well, it's fine because we need the extra parameter. We need to have transparency to them now. So, final scale, final transparency, false. So, let's see where did I use this one? Okay. So we need to have an extra parameter again, which is final I think we should use just it's fine. Final transparency here. And we override it with 255 by default. And final transparency, otherwise... Wait. Transp each frame will be the final transparency minus the starting one. Should always be 255, right? Divided by time. And this we will send it here as well. We need to update it again. I think I should have saved everything in a single parameter, but let's do this for now. Okay, now each frame we need also to elaborate. Are we done this one, right? Yeah. Similar with the next scale, we have next transparency, which is the starting scale multiplied by... Oh, wait, wrong position. Should be after scale. Oh, what did oh, come on. Here. Speech time. In the right position now. Okay. And the next transparency will be here instead of 255. And now, if we define the parameter here, we can define that the final transparency will be 0. Let's see. Yeah, doesn't work. I tried. What's wrong? So we have final scale, final transparency. Final transparency is not false. So now it should be minus 255, right? Ah, wait, did I? No, it's fine. Let's see how the value is. 0, because the transparency doesn't change each frame, and now still 0? Huh? It should be a negative number now. Hello, cool dude. How it's going? We are trying here to manage a way to make images transparent by moving, which again would be possible by default, but we want to parameterize everything, which I kinda like, so as long as I'm having fun, it's fine. Still, the value is 0 here. I don't get why. Because this one shouldn't be 0. Well, actually, when we define the final transparency of a picture, should be 0. We have the ID, the time, false because it doesn't move, final scale gets bigger, and final transparency. At the end of the animation should have 0 transparency. Here, if it's false, by default it's 255, otherwise it should be 0, right? Let's see here. Final transparency. Should be 255 now. Yeah, and now 0. No? Huh? What's wrong with you? I think I'm getting the problem. I should do instead final transparency if it's exactly false. Same with final scale. Because having a number by default is not false. Final scale for now did work because it was a negative number, which I think was considered as false. Let's see now. And now 0. Yeah, let's see. Whoo! We have it, we have it. Perfect. That's awesome. And now we can have this in a way cooler way. Alert goes away. We can add even more. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I see the issue. Picture have a priority, so this one goes above, but the other goes above the other. Also, the last one disappeared. Oh yeah, because it was still moving. Okay, I think we should just solve the issue like this. Where is it? Instead of switching between 1 and 2, we just increase the number. And we reset it at the end of the combo. So it can go up to 60 maybe. And we just need to reset it here at the end. So now the picture will go one on top of the other. Ah wait, yeah, that's definitely not what I wanted. I want the opposite. They should go downwards then. Maybe I should start with a different number, but for now it's fine. The next one should be below the next one. Oh, wrong number. Oh yeah, we got a problem if we get it wrong, but for now let's chill on our right arrows. Yeah, the effect is nice. I like it. I still don't get why we have a problem if we don't have a long wait. 1 frame is enough, right? Yeah, okay. 1 frame is not even noticeable. Nice. Though, if we get it wrong, we are cooked. I want animation to make them fall downwards then. Let's see. If it's wrong, instead... Ooh. I want to use relative numbers here. I think using relative numbers is better. Right? I think I will just use relative numbers. I think it looks way cooler. Not really looks, it's just more practical for the arrows at least. Oh, you know what? We can do all of that. Like, doesn't move horizontally and moves vertically by 800 even. What is the scale stays the same, so false. And the time goes fast. Okay. So now the picture moves downwards. What was 0? Transparency. Yeah, we still need lower transparency. Okay, what I wanted to do here is have a relative way. So now I want to add an extra parameter here, an extra information. Setup move picture now has a destination that if the third parameter is rel, it's relative. So let's see. Here. First we need to check if the parameter is there. If there's not, well, it definitely have. Destination definitely exists, so there's not a problem. If the third parameter is relative, then distance is exactly that. Is destination 0, like the one from Smash, right? And destination 1. So the distance covered is exactly the number we inputted here. Otherwise, it's calculated as normal. Am I missing anything? Distance each frame. No, I think it's fine. Let's see now if something works. First, let's see normally. Okay, if it's wrong... Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's what I wanted. If I fail, it falls down. And release the next one. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, it even disappears. That's cool, that's cool. Lovely, just lovely. We still have no damage, but it works. Also, there's no time limit for it. How much are we streaming? 2 hours. I can go on for longer, but for now we implemented time limit. Because for now I can just stay and wait on it for how much I want. But for now looks cool. Yeah, yeah, I love it, I love it. I can just wait here. So there should be a wait. I don't think I need to place a bar for it. I think it's fine, but we need to place a wait. I think we already have a way to wait, which is here. We wait 1 frame each time, right? Each time the player doesn't press a button, so we can count. So button dodge count increases by 1. And now we compare it to another variable. We can even make a global one. When you draw a button, I think should be earlier. we should define before each battle how easy it is. Maybe it can be global, I don't know, but... we can have here. That's a system. Time to dodge at now. Always at now. In frames should be, let's be generous, 2 seconds. I was about to say 2 frames. And just to be sure here, if the variable is not defined, we set it to 2 seconds. Okay, now the button dodge count needs to reset before each loop. And each loop it increases. If we need to use the code here, right? Yeah. If button dodge count surpasses the variable number 130, then we didn't make it in time. If we wait 2 seconds, we will take damage. Let's see. Oh wait, nothing happens though. Nothing happens. Well, we should go in the lose condition. Okay, that is the lose condition. Yeah, okay. 2 seconds is way too generous. But it works, yeah. Yes, 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 okay. I should have a JoJo face for this avatar. Hello, Fame. What kind of name are you making? Well, I already released this game, but I'm adding a lot of extra content because I'm planning a Steam release. Now we are doing the main minigame for the game, which is some sort of simple battle minigame. Which for now is you dodge attacks by pressing the buttons, and later there's another minigame to dodge a charged attack. Something relatively simple, but I think it works in the wider picture, since it's not even the main mechanic. But the game doesn't really have a standard mechanic, so at least with this I can have something, since the game is just random stuff happens and the player suffering. Yeah, it's a simple mini game where you press the buttons the game tells you. It's divided in 2 parts though. First you dodge this, and later the enemy charges an attack and you need to press a specific key on the keyboard. Something really simple. But we'll hide the trick later. So I saw now a problem. If you wait too long, you lose, and it's like pressing a wrong button. Though this time, the player might press a button after it happens. So we'll add a cooldown if the player messes up. If the player waits for too long and presses a button right after, he may lose 2 in a row, which is annoying. Unfortunately, I cannot wait before... We cannot wait after it. Like this, we should just... Wait, we should just repeat the condition here. In this case, it only waits if the player waits for too long. Okay, so there's some frames, so the player doesn't press a button by mistake. Let's see. I think the wait should be longer. The wait is fine, but I want it to appear. I want the next one to appear. I want it to have some sort of grace period. So the player doesn't press the wrong button for a while, but still able... I will see. How long have you been making games for? Well, kind of a long time. Like 14 years. Oh no, it's... No, yeah, it's half of my life at this point. Oh no, I'm getting old. But yeah, I started with very bad games, honestly. I started with a self-insert adventure of me and my classmates going in a quest to defeat our professors, but it was really poorly made. I might play it in English in the future, but I already did in Italian. Like in the distant future. Would be fun to play it again on stream, even if it's in Italian. Have you published any games? Yeah, I published a lot on itch.io. I did not publish anything on Steam up until now. This should be the first game. This wasn't supposed to be the first one, but I see that this is now the best option. It's relatively faster to complete since I already have the base game. I just need to enhance a lot of things. I realize now I might want to have a link of my itch on the chat comments. So I want the grace period. How does it work? I think we should add a switch. Let's see. Grace period, simple. When you activate it, well, first of all, it deactivates if it happens at the end of the combo. So it doesn't, you don't wait at the start of the next one. And also, the grace period triggers right here. Oh, you know what? We can make it... no, it's fine. Here. If you are in your grace period, you cannot press any button for 20 frames. Because otherwise you might press a button thinking it was still the previous one. Even if... since the player might react a little late. Like here I press down, but I'm a little too late and I press left, which was right actually. With the grace period should be a little longer. 30 frames maybe. Because again, the problem is I see one here left. If I wait a little too much and press left here, I would have get it the second wrong. Because the arrow changed right away. So the grace period I think is fine. Should be implemented a little better, but for now we keep it like this. Okay, we got everything here. We still don't have the health bar. Though, before stopping, I really want to do something. The main feature for programming the manual programming of placing pictures is the current screen size. So let's define them here. Var battle current screen scale. By default is 100. Var battle current center chords, which will be at the center of the screen. Maybe I should start from the corner 0 0. This may be a little easier then. Okay, what are those for? This is the absolute information of the area of the battle. So it's 100% scale, so it's the normal size, and it's anchored on the corner of the screen. This is pretty straightforward. We can see it like this. Let's see. Picture ID here, origin, and this time the X to the X we add the battle current origin in chords. which is 0, so we don't add anything. But if we want, we might change it. Even here we add 0 to the y coordinate, which again is nothing. For the scale, we multiply by battle current screen scale and divide by 100. So again, it's like multiplying by 1. Nothing changes. For now. If we change those parameters, we can change the entire battle screen. And that's the same, I suppose. 1. Let's see now if something changes. Shouldn't change anything. Okay, here. Perfect. Now though, if in the middle of the battle we do something like this, like, let's see, battle current screen scale equal to 60-60, and we can also make the other one sure later. Battle current origin chords, like here, we set it to like 40, let's say 300, 100, we will see a change. Let's go a little more. Oh, only that changed? Oh yeah, because yeah, okay, yeah, it's a little more complicated, I suppose, because other pictures are already set. We need to update them as well. Okay, I don't think it's a big problem. We need though to have a specific function for it. Let's see. How do I manage it? Update battle screen position. I don't need any parameter because I just update it. But for each picture in the battle, which for each picture anyway, first we need to check if there is a picture. How to check it? Well, first I want to try something. Let's see. What happens if there is no screen, no picture? Alert, or yeah, alert. What happens if I ask the game to show me the picture number 2? It's undefined, perfect. That means we make a for loop. For equals, let e equal 0, I minus 1 less than 100, I plus plus. For each picture, if the picture is not undefined, then we update the position, right? That means first we get the coordinates. Pick X, pick Y. Or we can also go in a general one. Let pick chords is pick X, pick Y. And the same with the scale. The scale, I don't know if it's stored in the picture itself, but we can get it from data of picture for battle. Like this. Scale is data of picture for battles. Picture ID, which is the I of the loop. Okay, now after we got all this information, we need to change those. Or no, we don't need to change, we need to draw them again. Now though, they will get updated. We just use this to update the picture again. So here. Again, we need the ID. The name, we don't need the name, right? We just need to move them. So we define the name, which is empty. Or we can go, let's go empty, sure. Origin is still 1. Pick the coordinate of the x and the coordinate of the y and so on. The scale for the x, for the y for now it's the same. And the rest is not really defined. Important. Is it? Maybe it is. The opacity is... the opacity is kinda a problem. Because... No, I don't... yeah, I think it is. Maybe we just... I think we define to 255, but we don't do this on pictures that are already moving. So we do this. When we start a picture animation, we store an information in data of picture of battle. We need to store it here. ID. I don't know the other parameters we need. Pick name, chords, scale is moving. That's the value number 4. That means every time we move a picture, we need to change the parameter for equal to true, because now we know it's moving. The name is the ID here. And when we finish, when we set it to false. When we finish, it's simply when the condition of repeating it is false. Okay. So now we just check if this parameter is true. So we update the picture only if it exists and its parameter is false. And we just redraw it again, which will get automatically updated. Let's see if it works. I wonder if we need to make an extra check to see if undefined. What is undefined? Oh yeah, what's the problem here? $292. Did something happen here? Yeah, it's this one that happens. 292 here. Yeah, I get it. This one should be run after. Because if it's undefined, there is no parameter. So this should be run inside this one as well. But just to be sure, we should actually check if the parameter exists. Let's see now. What now? 293. Again. 86. Right here. There is no parameter, maybe? Maybe I need to define it every time. Can I just do this? Check if this is... if it's undefined, it's fine. So if it's not defined, it will... Wait. I don't know how to structure this. Let's see. I swear there has to be a better way. So if we just need an or, right? I wonder if I will see if there's a better way later. Unfortunately, this one might not have a number here. We should... I think I should just add it when I create it. Let's see. When I create a picture, I also add a parameter here which says it's not moving. It's this simple, yeah. Let's see again. What now? Same error. Did I save? Yeah. 86. Here. Something is not defined. Yeah, that's why I did the check here. Should I do another check? Weird though, if there is a picture, it should also have this parameter. One, two, three, four. Here we have it. We can do this. Data of pictures for battle of the eye, if it exists. Undefined. Oh, come on. We started with 1. Why is even 1 the problem? Should be this, right? Picture ID. Ah, it starts from 0. Well, it should still be fine, right? Also, what the hell is this? I messed up, right? If not undefined, what is this? What is this aberrance? Can picture? Wait. I think I was looking for exactly this. Can picture ID. If the screen picture I exists. Okay, that's what I messed up. Let's see now. Same error. Undefined. Again. Reading 4. Oh, come on. Did I save? Yeah. Start from 1. I should just do it again if it's not undefined. Go, Mr. Slime. Okay, it's different. 58. The error is here now. Isn't it the same? Oh wait, no, it's another line. This line. The error is in this line. Oh yeah, because the scale has a single parameter for now. Later I might want to update it. That means maybe we are fine. Let's see. Did I save? Yeah. Wait, there's a what? Oh? What's this? Uncode error? This is new? Chrome extension? Huh? Your face is a Chrome extension. What's the issue now? Not even explained. Ah? Ah, here. Ah, now it's elaborating the picture. 254. Ah, okay, yeah, it's the same issue. I think we should actually save the entire scale, maybe? Yeah, never mind. Let's save the entire scale for everything. Maybe it's better. We need to check though if we read it correctly. We saved both scales. At this point, yeah, we do. Then I don't see the issue. Let's run again right now. Now. 2, 5, 4. Again. Cannot read the properties of undefined. It should have a parameter though. What does it say? What does the command log say? Yeah, here it's every information. The name, the... I don't know. What is the one? I don't know. And this is the scale. It's fine, right? We have a value here. What's the issue here? Let's see. Let's get all the information about it. Why the error is at midway? I don't know where the error happened. Come on. I can just do this maybe. Alert. Way better. Even if it might repeat a lot of times. Yeah. It does. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh no. It's too much. Well, I messed up. Force arrest. So for some reason this one can be the wrong thing. Weird. Wait, this is elaborate move. Shouldn't be a loop this long, right? Ah no, never mind, it's the request animation frame. Ooh, I'm getting a little tired here. I just want to complete this and stop. Though I'm confused. Let's see. Also because maybe the problem is this one runs after it crashes. We should stop it if it crashes, right? Well, a good solution could be console log, and we log only a single parameter, because if we log an array, it's not showing the exact moment, so it's a little annoying. And we just show a single parameter, this one. And why not showing all of them at this point? No, it's fine, it's fine. Let's see. What country are you from? I am from Italy. I practice out of English by streaming in English, and now I feel decently confident. Oh, weird. It's printing only 100 as the scale, so the number is right. Why it's wrong then? Oh! It's another line then. 299. The problem is here now. Cannot read properties of undefined. Again, undefined. Oh, come on. Let's see. We print this thing again. Here. Undefined. Come on. What if I print the entire thing? Is it still undefined? Is your face undefined? true? Huh? True? That's why it's wrong? Because it's true? Did I mess up another thing? Maybe I did. Wait. I think I have a... Let's see. If I look for this is right. Maybe I overridden everything with the true here, but no, it's fine. You're telling me this is true. If I alert it, maybe I got it wrong. Let's see. True. Yeah, this entire thing is called true. I messed up something somewhere. So I define this as false. This as true. Oh, why? What if I print the entire thing? Yeah, even everything. I didn't mean to alert everything, but yeah. I'm still very confused. Let's see. I think I might solve this out of stream, but I really want to show the effect. The one is true, the other one, everything else is fine. What if I start from 2? Will it still give problems, or it's only that one? Aha! Okay, so it's an issue because it overrides what happens next. It's not how it's formatted. That means somewhere here I override something. Huh? At some point I override the entire thing. I don't see where. Oh, hello, Walla. Yeah, I'm using RPG Maker. Though it doesn't seem as much since I'm using a text editor here. Right now I'm trying to debug a problem that is a problem. Well, that's why it's called like that. For some reason, an entire entry gets replaced with true. I don't get why. But if we print it around, maybe we might see when it happens. Let's see. True and true. So it happens even before. Maybe I should call it before setting up an arrow. Let's see if that changes everything. I don't think it does, but let's see. Yeah, nothing changed. So it's true even before, right? Even if I call it at the start. I don't think it does because... Wait, it does? Huh? Ah, wait, no, okay, the problem is the array is not showing what happens at the exact moment. We should do like alert at the moment, at the first value of everything. Okay, no, the first value and that's it. Okay, here, here, and here. Okay, yeah, I forgot about the thing that arrays update in a weird way. This is right, right, and here it gets deleted. Nice, we found it. So, where exactly though? Does it change here maybe? Maybe here? Now we see point by point. Bug, you are not running from me. You're not running from me. Okay, it's messed up right at the start. Here it's a problem. Why? Oh no, I found it. It's not equal, exclamation point. It's exclamation point equal. And that caused some issues, I suppose. Ah, yeah, because it was equal to not undefined. So true. Come on. That's so stupid. I found the problem finally. Let's see. And yeah, it works. Though, I still don't see any difference. So the thing I want here is redraw every picture, but in their new position. So after the first picture, I should redraw everything with a scale of 60-60. Smaller. But it's not. Let's see if I... If I do like log battle current screen scale, it should start with 100 but later decrease. Here 100. Now it's 100, now it should decrease, right? Yeah, it's 60 now. It decreased, but it's not happening anything. Even if... wait, is it for this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I also need to apply it here. This is for only pictures that appear for the first time. Here are the pictures that are already here. And I need to update the picture that are already here. That was the issue. Same with scale Y. And we need to shift the position. I think we are probably done. Let's see. Let's see. Please work. Yeah, oh, okay. Almost there. Not everything got updated for some reason. Even the character should move, right? They are not moving here. No, they are definitely moving, but why the screen is not correct? Oh yeah, maybe I get it, because we need also to multiply the coordinate. Yeah, because, okay, we should... Yeah, because since the screen is smaller, even the coordinates should be different in a way. For now, we're only changing the sides, but we also need to change the position. If something is smaller, if I put it 200 pixels on the right, it will have a different impact. That means we need also to multiply everything. We need to multiply the x on itself by the scale. The battle current screen scale. Both for x and y. So the starting position will be influenced. Let's see. The slime died. Okay. Okay, yeah, something is wrong and it's not with my world map. Ah, yeah, because I multiplied it by 100. I should divide it by 100. It's a percentage. Okay, now it should work. Okay, yeah, you see, it works. Now, if I press it a little more... why it's... No, okay, almost there, but not there. How to say it? What was wrong? Also, the scale of the buttons got wrong. I suppose we should change the target destination of... Ah, this is messed up. I think for now we keep it like this. But yeah, I understand the issue. Yeah, we need to switch the target of the movement if we change some of these. For now though, why didn't the coordinate change? Oh wait. We need to apply this even here. Either for movement or for to draw them from scratch. Okay, that's why the arrows were placed weird. I still don't get why they're moving so much and the screen didn't shift. Wait, did I update? No, okay. We need to do the update screen even here. Because we shifted in a direction. Here, okay, you can see the screen shifted. There are some arrows left though. We should delete. Why are they not deleted? Oh, come on, why are there bugs? Or vertical, 300. I don't even know if it will work. Okay, yeah, it moves. Though the arrows are there. Maybe they default. Yeah, maybe I make them default to this. Yeah, I think it needs to be refined, but I really want to do it like this. You can see though that the screen can move. That's really my final goal. I want the screen to move. So I don't care if everything else doesn't work. For now, the main goal is this. I might want to refine it out of stream. For now we have the buttons working and the screen being able to change sides at least a little. All the rest doesn't matter as long as the basics work. This stream might felt like we didn't do a lot, but really this, I don't call it nothing. We set the basis for the next streams. Because again, the movement here, we do it frame by frame. We calculate it frame by frame. We don't use the system things to move them. And that's a huge thing, since we want to change the battle screen position. Okay. I think it's enough for now. We did like 1 extra hour without looking, but the bug was vicious. Okay. I think we can end the stream here. I'm not sure about our raid power. I think I'll stop here. Okay. Then, thanks a lot for coming by. I remind you about our Discord. Like the second one where we are game developers. Or the first one for my games. I'm spamming anytime. And tomorrow we continue games from the Game Jam. We will continue streaming this game, the development of this game next week at the same hour. A long time, but I'm not in a hurry to finish this minigame. Well, maybe a little. Okay, thanks again for coming by, and we'll see ya whenever happens.